first step here is we're just going to remove this C-ring here. We give that a nice little squeeze and wiggle. There we go. Out that comes. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove these 4 bolts and disassemble this. It's going to leak hydraulic fluid all over the place. So we've got our pan here. And then we'll put it on the press and we'll drive this assembly out. Okay, so these bolts are on fairly tight, and so what we did is we mounted the motor here into the fitting just to hold it in place while we crack these loose. Okay, now these are loose, we'll go ahead and disassemble this, move it over to the drip tray, and take it forward. Pull that apart. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a rod in here so we can press this out the bottom, and then we'll get to the damaged seal. Okay, so we've put this in the press, and we're just going to add a little bit of pressure to drive that assembly right out the bottom. Now this is out. We're going to go ahead and pry that off there. And there's the damaged seal. And next thing you do is we're going to get that out of there. We'll put a fresh O-ring in here. Press this assembly back in and then reassemble. Okay, so this is the replacement seal. This particular version is a double lip seal. This is a 20 by 35 by 7 millimeter. And we'll be pressing this back in. And one of the challenges here, the way they designed this is normally this would be pressed into a hole from the front. And then to get it out, you would remove it from the shaft and then you pry it this way to get it out. But this one is inverted. In other words, they pressed it in this way, so you can't pry it out the front. So you have to come up with a tool to be able to get in here and separate the seal from the housing. Okay, so now we're gonna pull this out of here. And so I got a little tool here. I apply between the housing and the seal on the inside, and this is just going to catch the outside lip. And we very slowly work our way around. We're just getting this wedge between the housing and the front face of the seal, and then we compress it just a little bit, and it slowly starts pushing the seal out of the housing. Ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're just gonna see how as we squeeze that, you can see that seal lifting. Okay, so as we use the tool to press the seal out, we got a few little mars in here. This isn't a sealing surface, it's just a stop surface. So the sealing actually happens on the inside and this surface here, which is untouched. And now we're just gonna clean those little mars up real quick. There we go, smooth to the touch, ready to stop the new seal. And now we'll go ahead and get the new seal. And we're going to press it back in there. And then we'll put a fresh O-ring on it and put it back in. Okay, so we're just gonna take a little pick, prop that O-ring out of there. So this is a new metric O-ring. This is a V90 series, so it's high temp, high pressure venting. Snap that in place. And we'll put a little Parker O-ring lube on there before we reassemble it. First, we're going to adjust the height. Okay, so we're going to press this bearing back inside the housing. We're using a 31 millimeter deep socket here. It's a nice fit. And this should go in pretty smooth. So we got a micro cloth underneath here to keep the bottom surface from getting marred. There we go. There we go. There we go. And we're good to go. Okay. Press this back in and we put the C-clamp in here. We've also checked to make sure that this little bushing in here is free. It's not bound up. So now we're going to reassemble it onto the shaft and we'll be good to go. So now these are set, we're going to go ahead and torque them up. So we're doing 18 pounds. Okay, now we'll take this off and take it outside, put it on a unit, fire it up, make sure it's working okay, and out the door it goes.